not a scientist. So.
Yeah, we're not scientists.
No.
We are not scientists.
Yeah,
we know
just a
absolutely
disclaimer.
nothing. We do
Yeah.
not know anything. We're bullshitting all of this right now. This is the idea behind this. It's like, I guess, a separate podcast in a way.
I guess, yeah, I don't know. Let's figure out a name, maybe. I mean, the world's your oyster, bro. You could do anything with
The world
this.
is my oyster.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that you can do anything?
No. Not at all.
If you went into the gym, basketball court, and you got up, and you were in there for 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
If you dedicated 10 hours a day every day of your life, from now for the next 5 years, you'd be 26. Do you think you could make the NBA?
Possibly. It is a literal possibility. It's not a high likelihood.
Not likely.
No, I don't think.
Even with 10 hours a day.
I don't know. I mean,
You know what I
it
mean?
it is possible, but I don't know. It depends. Like, that's the thing when I say, like, I don't think you can do anything. I think you can do a lot of things if you do put your mind towards it. If you like
Yeah.
actually put the dedication and hours into it. I think there are a very great many of things that you can do that people don't really like think that they can. But I mean, just fundamentally, you can't literally do like anything you want to.
We can't fly right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fly, and even more realistically, like I couldn't like become a fucking neurosurgeon right now in like the
Yeah.
next like 5 years if I wanted to.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
a
not
little
gonna
late,
happen.
You know,
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
late to get going on
It's just
that
not gonna
now.
happen. So like, I think you just have to be realistic about it. I think people have more control over their lives than they really think they do, and people have a tendency to just blame fucking, I don't know, the cosmos or luck or God or whatever the fuck.
You ready for
Coping,
this?
basically.
I talked
But-
about this recently with my friend James at the gym. Maybe James will be listening. James likes my podcast, actually. I doubt it, though. So the idea that I had was people are scared to start shit, right? People are scared to do stuff
Mhm.
because stuff is happening in their life. Imagine life as a highway with a lot of traffic all the time. Whenever it's time to do things, like when you have to leave work, go to work, when it's midday, like you want to go to dinner, this is all rush hour for a reason, because when everybody's willing to do stuff, everyone's doing stuff, and
Yeah.
traffic's heavy. So let's say you don't want to go to the Cape at 6 because there's traffic, and you'll get there in 2 hours. You're like, all right, let me wait. It's 6 right now. Let me wait till 8. Then I'll go. Take me an hour and a half, not the 2 hours to get there. All right, sick. When will you get there sooner? If you leave now or if you leave in 2 hours? It's like, all right, well, I'll get there sooner if I leave now, but I want to wait 2 hours so I don't have to be in traffic. And
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is people want to wait for life to not get busy, and they think that their life, because they're living the moment, is as busy as it is now as it will ever be.
Yeah.
And it constantly is getting more and more and more and more. Traffic never slows down with life, man.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is just go. Yes, it's going to take you longer. Yes, it's harder because you do have stuff going on like the rest of us. But the quickest way to get to your destination, no matter which way you slice it, is to leave now, even with a lot of traffic.
You're right.
I thought that was dope when I thought of it.
Let me just jerk myself up. No, you're right though. I mean, like, starting shit's like the fucking worst part in general.
It's
just
hard
for
to
anything.
start.
It's very hard because it's like
Takes investment of time and money.
yeah, it's just like I feel like the effort to like get going on something is monumental. Where once you're like just fucking going into it, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
Not
like
at
I started a podcast. Just started it. I just felt like
Yeah.
it and started it. Bought the stuff before I could even just not think about it anymore. Bought all the stuff. Put a table together. Bought all this other shit, and I figured out the technology behind it, and I did it all. And like a month in, I had a decent idea of what I was doing. And I was pumping
Yeah.
out like 2 a week at the time, and I cut it down to 1 a week, and I did that for a full year. Barely. I think I missed 1 week in a whole year, which was gangsta.
That's crazy.
Had like 60 episodes in 52 weeks. It was dope. And then I started taking a little breaks. And now, but since I have the flow down, I can just do it. I can.
Yeah.
I can just do it. I can take a week off, and I know I'll be back the next week because I'm just like that now.
It's just part of your routine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think more people need to get to that point with whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
In terms of going to the gym, or say they want to start a podcast. Like, you need to stream. I want you to stream.
I have the fucking account set up. I just haven't really started doing it.
That's it.
That's the thing.
That's
right
the thing.
There.
You just gotta start.
I know.
That's the key.
I've been playing a lot of PS4 recently.
So see, but you need to play the PC. Stream some Rocket League.
I could. There's so many Rocket League streamers though, dude. I feel like everybody tries to play that.
So what? There's a lot of whatever. Who cares? Just be the best one.
Fair enough.
What's his name? Some kid just got drafted in the NBA. His name is Benedict Mathurin.
Mathurin?
Mathurin. It's like Mathurin, whatever. Benedict, though.
Wow.
Crazy. He said, everyone says LeBron's so good. This is what this kid says. He's like, I'm going to have to see it for myself. That's what he says. He's like, I've never met a player that's better than me, so I'm going to have to see it for myself. He kind of hasn't seen anybody. These kids, if you're drafted top, really 30, you could argue you're the best player that you've ever played against or with or anything.
That's fair.
So when you get to that level, I just wonder what the levels of, like, the things that I'm doing are. Like, I think about podcasts. Obviously, if I pulled up to, like, Joe Rogan's right now, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, he has 8 cameras. An entire guy, his job is dedicated to hanging out behind his computer.
Yep.
And finessing the podcast, make sure it sounds and looks mint.
Yep.
I don't got a guy.
It's because you don't got money, bro. Or time.
But still, it's just cool that there is, like, that level to it. Like, there's there's so much further you could go if you're the best at it, But then there's people that do a lot with nothing, Like, I'm trying to think of a good example of that. But, like, even just think about, like, TikTokers that start with legit just nothing. They just start making videos. Or, like, Vine back in the day. Those were more, I think, talent-based. Like, it'd be funny on Vine. You only had 6 seconds.
Some people make fucking careers off that shit, dude. It's
For
crazy.
real. For real.
It's
from
nuts.
Nothing,
I mean, think about PewDiePie, bro. He started out, like, playing Happy Wheels and, like, Amnesia and just, like, screaming at a camera. And now he's literally, like, a multi-millionaire. He's got, like, 100 million in the bank, probably plus.
Probably, yeah. How many subscribers do he have? Did he hit, like, a massive landmark?
He went over 100 million, and he's probably well past that at this point.
I want to know.
Yeah.
I gotta figure this out. I'm sorry.
No, I'm honestly curious, too.
How many subscribers does PewDiePie have? Yeah, there he is. 111 million.
That's crazy.
Just so many people.
That's literally like a third of our country.
I was just going to look up the population of the U.S. I knew it was around 300 million-ish.
Yeah, something like that.
But I wanted to get a number, but that works. It's like a third. It's like a third of our country.
Yeah.
If you combine probably like all the biggest cities in our country, not all of them, but majority of them, you'd probably get around 111 million. If you combine like New York, Boston, Atlanta, Chicago, LA, you get around 111 million.
All of them subscribe to PewDiePie.
They're all subscribed to PewDiePie. It's just so crazy. But in the end, like, I feel like once you get to that, like, you're looking at it, we can't even comprehend. This is a good thing to go to. We can't even comprehend what 111 million means. Like, can you even, like, think of it?
I couldn't, like, picture 111 million people in front of me.